Hello and welcome to the third video tutorial about the SLOODLE Tracker. We have already seen in other videos how to install the plugin in Moodle and how to create the most simple tracker objects in Second Life. And I will show you now how these simple functionalities can be applied to existing objects which have other functionality as well as the tracking one, allowing in this way not only to track the user actions but also to structure the user experience. In a lot of scenarios, all a user has to do to interact with an object in Second Life is follow some instructions and touch different prims. And I am in front of one object like that right now. This is a DC generator located at the Engineering Education Island of the University of Ulster. And it is an interactive generator which I can turn on to see it working, and where I can also see the magnetic fields generated by it. Okay. In this panel on the right, it is possible to embed teaching material like videos or slides up here to support the learning experience, right? The interaction with this experiment is individual and it is done only by touching objects, right? So the user has to touch a prim to watch the video, to read the slides, to turn on and off the generator, and to show or hide the magnetic fields. Okay, so now I am interested in including this virtual activity as part of a Moodle course where I want my students to come here to watch the video, read the slides, and then interact with the DC generator to understand how it works. And I also want them to answer some questions related to what they have just learned here. And using SLOODLE and the SLOODLE Tracker, I can track all this process easily from my Moodle course. In fact, this small object here is a scanner that can detect and send my presence to Moodle, and every touchable object has the 3 SLOODLE scripts as well as the specific script as part of the DC generator, right, to link the object to Moodle. On the right hand side there is a SLOODLE region role booth to allow users to link their Second Life avatar to Moodle, and a SLOODLE quiz chair to answer some questions about the activity. On the other side, I have here my Moodle course with different tracker activities, followed by a normal Moodle quiz, which will be the quiz answered from Second Life using the SLOODLE quiz chair. If we open the tracker activity, we see that it structures the assignment, in this case in 5 tasks, telling the students what they have to do. And this is what the administrator sees in a tracker activity: a table for every student enrolled in the course and the level of completion for each task, right? The administrator has also the possibility of resetting any completed task. Okay? Of course, a student cannot reset the tasks and will see only his own table, right? So we see that the activities are set as not completed now for Carrie. So if Carrie goes now into the virtual world and turns the generator on and then sees the magnetic fields, the teacher will see all this reflected in Moodle. Right, but now I want the tasks to be completed in the same order they are listed, right? So I don't want the students to turn on the generator without reading first the slides. So I first reset the tasks in Moodle, and then I need to create a sequence of tasks in Second Life, right? Okay, so the tasks are not completed again, and now there are a few parameters I can set on the tracker code that allow me to predefine an order for the tasks in such a way that it will not be possible to complete one task without completing the previous one before, right? So if I open the tracker script, I easily find these parameters at the very beginning, right? The first one indicates whether the tasks need to be completed in a predefined order or not. The second indicates the position of this task in the sequence. In the third parameter, you can set the channel the tasks will use to communicate between them, and of course this value has to be the same in all the tasks being part of the sequence. And the last one stores the number of tasks in the sequence, right? So I set predefined order to 1. This task is the 4th in the sequence. I choose a random channel, and there are 5 tasks in this assignment. Okay, I save the script, and now I have to do the same in all the other tasks, right? Making sure that I set the positions correctly and use the same channel in all of them. Okay, I've set the correct values in all the tasks, and if I now try to turn on the DC generator before reading the slides, I get a message saying that I cannot complete this task yet, right? In this case, the generator is turned on anyway because that functionality is independent of the tracking one, and it's up to the administrator the decision of leaving it in this way or link both functionalities in such a way that only if the information is sent to Moodle, the generator starts moving. I'm gonna link both functionalities, and to do so I can send a linked message between the two scripts, right? So I open the tracker script and go to the very end of the script where the information is sent to Moodle. Okay, at this point I can add a line to send a linked message, right, to the scripts of this object, saying that the information was sent to Moodle. I can use an integer value or a string to send in the message. Okay, right. In the other script, I have to change the event containing the body of the script. In this case, it is the touch start event for the one triggered by the linked message, right? And then I will have to see if the content of the message is the one that the script is waiting for. Okay, so I put here the event handler, and I now check the values sent by the tracker script. And that's it. Now the generator will move only when the task is completed in Moodle, and I need to complete the previous task before completing this one, right? I need to touch the object once because I modified the SLOODLE script, so I touch it to denote the configuration. And now if I turn on the generator, I get the same message, but in this case the demo doesn't move, right? In Moodle we see that effectively the action was not completed. Okay, only the scanner has sent the information, so I have to start by watching the video, then reading the slides. Now I can turn on the DC generator, and I see that now it starts moving, and to finish I visualize the magnetic fields. Now if I refresh the Moodle page, all the tasks are set as completed, right? So as a teacher, I structured an activity in Second Life, and now I am able to track the progress of my students from Moodle. The tracker activity can be complemented with a quiz to answer from Second Life once the tasks have been completed using the SLOODLE quiz chair. I am logged as a student now, and I'm gonna show you what a student sees in a tracker activity. Only one table with the level of completion, and as you see, the student doesn't have the option of resetting the tasks. Okay, in all these activities, the description of the first task is used to provide the student with a SLOODLE, that is a Second Life URL with the exact location of the activity in Second Life. So in this way, all the student has to do to go to the virtual activity is click on the link and then teleport to the given location, right? And I am now at the practical 2, which is an RC circuit that I can turn on and see it working. I can easily go to the third activity from Moodle using the SLOODLE provided in the tracker activity, right? So I click on the link and teleport from Second Life to the given location. Okay, this is a giant PC where the student has to go in to identify and touch different components. These are 3 examples of simple interactive demos using SLOODLE and the SLOODLE Tracker. In future videos, we will see more complex interactive demos using the basic functionalities of the SLOODLE Tracker, and also how this functionality can be extended to track collaborative interactions in Second Life. Goodbye.